James Gallo in the Golden West Trailer and Equipment broadcast booth. We go downstairs for the Mad Greek Coaches Show with associate coach Scott King. Scott, after 7-2 games on the weekend, boy, this one felt like playoff hockey, did it not?
Yeah, it tightened up, and you knew it would. Either team wants to give up another 7 goals, so it was a little bit tighter checking. I thought things were clogged up a little more. Thought we still did a good job after they scored that first goal, pushing back right away and not playing on our heels. So, it was a good win in a tough building that was real loud and lots of energy. So the guys battled through, and it was a great night. And got to put it behind us pretty quick here and get ready for Game 4.
Pushback in the first period starts with a power play goal. Is that where you see your special teams can really turn momentum?
Yeah, big moments in power and playoffs. You're not going to get a whole bunch of looks. It's going to be the refs are going to call certain things, and they're going to let some stuff go. So you might get 3-4 chances if you're lucky. So you got to be opportunistic and capitalize at least on one of them. So that was good to get that one early and get the guys feeling good. Got us back tied, and then after that, things just carried on. So I like the fact that we didn't wait and push back right away, and you need to do that in playoffs.
Yeah, you scored 3 goals in a minute 21 in the second period, and you had all the momentum in that first period, Scott. You got to be impressed. How do you ride momentum in the playoffs?
Well, I definitely think it's not game to game; it's period to period, shift to shift. So if you string about 3 or 4 shifts together, you usually get on a roll, get feeling pretty good. So playoffs is tricky, and other teams push back, and Swift did tonight. And at the end there, it was bend not break mentality. You knew they were going to have the puck in our zone. I thought we did a good job inside, not giving them a whole bunch, and I thought we battled hard along the boards. Obviously, there's points where I'd like to be a little bit heavier and make sure we get the job done along the wall. But it's going to be a good series. It's 2 good teams going at it, and it's good hockey.
You call the timeout after the Broncos tied up early in the second period. Is that an opportunity to slow things down, quiet things down for the Warriors? That second period, Broncos really had the press on the Warriors.
Sorry, I lost you there, James.
Scott, I was just asking about in the second period. The Broncos scored those 2 early goals, and you guys called that timeout. Is that just the kind of, as you said, maybe silence their momentum because you feel it's shift to shift in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's just the opportunity for the team just to breathe for a bit. They had the momentum; they were pushing hard. Just a chance for everybody, goalie, everybody, to just take a second just to kind of get their legs under them and reset a little bit. So those are moments where don't necessarily want to burn a timeout because you never know if you're going to need it late in the game. But I thought that was a good point to use it just to kind of calm things down and let everybody know that we're going to be okay. And we knew they were going to push back, but we're going to be fine if we just stick with it. So I thought it was a good time to do it, and it paid off for us.
Give me the sense of that third period. That seemed like it was a battle. That was probably as hard and as tense hockey that you could have for 20 minutes.
It was obviously the game's right there, and it can sway either way. So every moment's a big moment. Every play is a big play. So I like the fact that we dug in when we needed to, and got a real important goal. And obviously the empty netter to kind of ice things. But it's one of those things where a bouncer, bobble puck, or a misplay can cost you. And you can see a couple of times, when we had pucks in our zone, we could have made clean exits, and all of a sudden you make one bad pass and they get a chance in the spot. So it's a game of inches, and luckily tonight we came out on the right side of it.
I do want to ask about Denton Mateychuk. 2 goals, 3 points here tonight. He's got 9 points in the last 2 hockey games. This young man, really something special. How have you seen him find another gear in this series?
Well, I just think that he knows how good he is. He knows he can be a difference every shift. He's the captain. I think he feels some responsibility with that to kind of lead the way both on and off the ice. And I think that he just does a good job of leading by example. He obviously he doesn't say a whole bunch on the bench, but he just leads by example, plays the game the right way. And there's a big moment, a big play to be made. He usually does that. And tonight, that goal he made when he came in off the backside there and made that backhand. I mean, those are moments where your best players have to make great plays, and he did that tonight.
You're up 2-1 now in the series, going into the pivotal Game 4 of a 7-game series. Scott, for you, what makes Game 4 so important for both teams?
Well, just the same. I mean, obviously, if it could either be tied or you could have a stranglehold in the series. So obviously, it's a big sway game. So obviously we're going to have to just reset here and put things behind us. And obviously there's things to learn from, things we did well, things they did well, things we can clean up. So get some rest tonight. We need to come back refocused, re-energized, and have the mentality that we can put a real stranglehold in this series, and not just come into the game and be happy to be up 2-1. Go into the mentality. Let's make it 3-1. Let's make it real hard on them. Let's get them to squeeze their stick early. Let's jump on them early, and let's give them nothing. And that's got to be the mentality from the group.
Matt, great coaches show with associate coach Scott King. Congratulations on the victory tonight, Scott. Good luck coming up in Game 4 tomorrow.
Thanks, James.